Stop scrolling, don't look away now, Aries. You didn't find this video by accident. It is the exact moment in your cosmic cycle that brought you here today. I feel the heavy exhaustion you've been carrying from fighting so hard for things that should have been yours a long time ago. If you leave now, you might miss the very revelation that will unlock the abundance you have been waiting for. You always believed that the constant delays, the doors closing at the last second, and the financial stagnation were just bad luck or a sign that you weren't trying hard enough. But the truth is, it was an invisible spiritual siege of envy, acting exactly at the finish line to drain your harvest. You have been planting the seeds, watering the soil with your own fire, and growing the most beautiful fruits, but without a wall. Anyone passing by could reach in and pick your harvest before you even tasted it. You will discover why your biggest breakthroughs always seem to freeze right before the finish line. You will learn how to identify the silent energy drain that happens right after you share good news. You will understand the true reason why your abundance was held back for so long. You will learn the exact steps to shield this new wave of prosperity from those who smile but don't cheer for you. And before this message closes, I will tell you a single sentence about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. Have you ever felt that familiar heavy exhaustion that hits you right when you are about to win, as if an invisible hand were pulling you backward on the very last step? As if something inside you knew that not everyone smiling at your table actually wants you to eat, but your mind refuses to accept it? What if this constant delay and sudden roadblocks aren't bad luck, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy draining your abundance? Because while many simply work harder and blame themselves, few realize that every delayed victory can carry an unspoken stare, a silent drain, and a spiritual siege that hasn't been cut yet. But what if the great turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't yet been able to apply? Now think with me. Why does everything stall in my life right when it's about to work out? What if every door that closed at the last minute, every compliment with a bitter aftertaste every time someone else took the credit for your fire, every sudden expense that drained your new income, and this constant feeling of fighting an invisible wall were signs of a spiritual envy that you have ignored for far too long? It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. This book is not just a read, it is a revelation created for Aries who desire to understand exactly where this draining energy comes from, cut the invisible ties of envy, the evil eye, and silent sabotage, and shield your aura, so your abundance can finally land without being stolen. Many Aries already feel that they need to protect themselves from this energy that surrounds them, but haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the pinned comment. But pay attention. Access may be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform this heavy exhaustion into an absolute shield. Don't wait for another major victory to slip through your fingers to finally seek protection. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the envy that tried to block your abundance might be the exact proof that the universe has prepared a harvest for you that is simply too massive to go unnoticed. If this very first word has already touched something deep inside you, write, "My harvest is protected down below, not for me, but because another Aries who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight." This path of protection has a map, and it is already within your reach, safely guarded in the pinned comment. We will come back to it shortly, because you need to understand exactly what is happening to your energy first. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every single day, for you and for every Aries who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to return a little of what you have received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount that your heart points to, that is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Aries tomorrow, exactly how it reached you today. I will be waiting for you there, Aries. I still haven't told you the most important thing. there are 4 signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon you, and you will recognize at least one of them. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to say right now. Take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop for a second, and release that tension you have been holding in your jaw. We are going to look at the exact moments when this heavy energy tries to intervene in your timeline. This is not about making you afraid, Aries. This is about finally giving a name to the invisible wall you have been fighting against all alone in the dark. You have spent so much time blaming yourself, thinking you were doing something wrong, or that you simply weren't enough every time the cycle broke right at the end. But there is a very specific pattern to how this energy operates. It waits for the exact moment when your fire is about to produce real, tangible fruit. There are 4 distinct signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon you, and as I speak them, you will feel the immediate resonance in your own recent memories. Think about that sudden, inexplicable silence from an opportunity that was practically guaranteed right after you finally allowed yourself to celebrate it internally on a Tuesday morning. For some of you, this appeared as a promotion or a business deal that was completely confirmed on Friday, only to evaporate into thin air by Monday without any logical explanation. For others, it was an answer you were desperately waiting for that simply stopped responding right when the final step was about to be taken. This wasn't bad timing. This was the siege reacting to your expanding light. You called it bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege. Then comes that heavy exhaustion you felt in your shoulders late at night, right after receiving a compliment from an acquaintance that sounded perfect but felt strangely cold. You were so happy, you shared your next step, and the moment the words left your mouth, a sudden drain swept over your body. You went to bed feeling inexplicably heavy, as if you had been carrying rocks instead of celebrating a true victory. You called it random exhaustion. The universe called it the weight of unconfessed envy. And what about watching someone else effortlessly receive the exact recognition or abundance you had been building towards for months? You did the heavy lifting, you cleared the thorns, you worked twice as hard, and yet you were repeatedly told to wait just a little longer, while someone else walked right in and took the prize without a single scratch. You looked at your own hands and questioned your worth. You called it your own lack of effort. The universe called it a spiritual drain on your energy. Finally, there is the unexpected, frustrating expense that magically appears the exact same week a new source of income arrives. You finally get that extra money, you finally breathe a sigh of relief, and 3 days later, something breaks down or an emergency arises, forcing you to spend the exact amount you just received. It functions as a silent leak to ensure you never actually get ahead, keeping you in a constant state of survival. You called it paranoia when you felt you shouldn't share your good news. The universe called it spiritual intuition. These signs, these constant delays, this heavy exhaustion, they all have a common origin and it has a specific name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now, before the name, before the word, because anyone carrying the weight of this delayed abundance needs absolute relief before receiving the revelation. Stay with me, and it is exactly here that the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you right now as I spoke them did not hit you by accident, Aries. You felt that immediate resonance in your chest because you have been walking around for far too long, carrying that sudden cold drain of energy that sweeps over you every time your light starts to expand and attract true prosperity. You know exactly what this feels like. It is a visceral, physical sensation. It is as if a deeper, older part of you already knew that the smiles across from you were hiding a silent mechanism of theft, but your logical, noble mind simply refused to accept it. You want to believe that everyone operates with the same transparency and fierce loyalty that you do. But what if this isn't just a streak of bad luck? What if this constant delay, these sudden roadblocks, and this profound exhaustion are not a reflection of your lack of effort, but a blatant, undeniable sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy draining your abundance before it even reaches your hands? I have seen Aries who are exactly where you are right now. I have seen them proud, exhausted, hardworking, and deeply confused as to why their soil was the only one that wouldn't yield a harvest, despite being watered with so much of their own blood and sweat. They were putting in twice the effort, waking up earlier than everyone else fighting against an invisible tide, and feeling their natural pioneering fire being slowly and methodically extinguished by a heavy, dense energy that simply did not belong to them. They thought the problem was their timing. They thought they needed to push harder, be more aggressive, never stop working, sacrifice even more of their own peace. They carried the weight of the world on their shoulders, believing that eventually the universe would reward their endless endurance and undeniable loyalty. But the truth they eventually discovered changed everything about how they navigated their lives, their relationships, and their wealth. The opportunities that vanished without explanation. The friends who suddenly grew distant when your life improved. The heavy burden of carrying unconfessed envy. It was looking for answers to this exact draining cycle, searching for a way to break this invisible barrier, that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. This is not merely a collection of words or simple advice. It is the absolute key you need to understand exactly where this draining energy comes from, unraveling the hidden dynamics of the people around you. It is the precise spiritual weapon required to cut the invisible ties of envy, the evil eye, and silent sabotage once and for all, freeing you from the chains you couldn't even see. And most importantly, it is the definitive guide to shield your aura so your incoming abundance can finally land safely in your hands without being stolen by those who smile but do not cheer for you. Because the cosmic law of prosperity is absolute and unforgiving. Abundance cannot safely land in an unprotected field. The siege must be broken before the harvest can be kept. And this cosmic window will not wait for you to be ready, nor will it stay open forever. You must understand the profound gravity of what is at stake here. Every single day without this path is another drop of your vital energy leaking into the hands of those who do not wish you well. Every new victory you achieve without this shield is another opportunity for the invisible siege to drain your finances and exhaust your spirit, leaving you feeling profoundly empty just when you should be celebrating. Every major leap you take while remaining unprotected is a massive, unacceptable risk of watching your hardest-earned rewards slip through your fingers right at the finish line, leaving you to start all over again from absolute zero, while others feast on what you built. The time to stop being the victim of this invisible drain is right now. The digital book is available right now in the first pinned comment. Download it immediately, while this revelation is still burning fresh in your chest, while the universe is offering you the exact tool you need to change your trajectory. Do not hesitate. This is the complete shielding of this new abundance that only this specific path maps out entirely. You have spent so many years acting as the pioneer who clears the dark forest for everyone else. You went in first. You took the thorns. You cleared the brush with your bare hands. You built the safe path and you found the gold. But without a wall, your beautiful blossoming garden has remained completely open to any passerby. You have been planting the seeds and growing the most magnificent fruits, only to watch others casually reach in and take them while you sit completely exhausted at the edge of the trees, too tired to even fight back. The universe is stepping in right now because your karmic debt of patience has been paid in full. The time for being the beast of burden for everyone else's dreams is permanently over. It is time to raise the impenetrable glass wall around your harvest. It is time to breathe again, to feel the lightness return to the back of your neck, and to know with absolute certainty that what is yours will finally stay yours. And as I told you earlier, Aries, besides the digital book in the pinned comment, there is that open voluntary donation link right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for any message that comes out of here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Aries tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today, any amount that your heart points to. Each gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach those who need it, exactly how it reached you today. What is acting against you has a shape, and it has a deadline. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. What you have been battling in the dark is not a random string of bad luck. It is not a cosmic punishment. It is not a flaw in your effort or a sign that you need to work even harder. It is exactly what the ancient forces recognize as the invisible siege. The invisible siege is a targeted, silent drain of energy that operates in the shadows. It never attacks your beginning because it cannot replicate your starting fire. Instead, it attacks your finish line. It waits patiently until your pioneering spirit has done all the heavy lifting, until the soil is ready, until the exact window when true abundance is finally crossing your threshold. The cosmos operates in precise cycles, Aries, and you have just entered a very specific, rare window of manifestation. But this window demands absolute shielding. You have been planting the seeds for years. You have been watering the soil with your own blood, sweat, and fire, slowly growing the most beautiful and vibrant fruits. But without a wall, your garden is completely vulnerable. Anyone passing by could simply reach in and pick your harvest before you even have the chance to taste it. That is the true mechanism of the invisible siege. It is the heavy, envious stare that plucks your reward right before it touches your hands, leaving you with nothing but the exhaustion of the labor. Because abundance cannot safely land in an unprotected field, the siege must be broken before the harvest can be kept. Think of the pioneer who clears the dark forest. You are the one walking into the unknown woods with a single torch. You are the one clearing the sharp thorns with your bare hands, breaking your nails, building a safe path, while everyone else stands safely behind you, just watching. You endure the darkness, you fight the resistance, and you carve out the way. But when the path is finally clear and the gold is uncovered, others casually walk right in without a single scratch on their skin. And you? You sit completely exhausted at the edge of the trees, watching them feast on what you fought so hard to uncover. It is exactly where you are right now, Aries. You did the heavy lifting. You took the damage. And now, the universe is stepping in to make sure the reward stays in your hands. The universe is finally raising that invisible wall around your clearing, transforming your vulnerability into an absolute fortress. I saw how much weight you carried in silence when no one else was looking. I saw you hiding your own good news that Tuesday morning because something inside you warned you it wasn't safe to share. You thought I was denying your reward, but I was simply holding it back until you learned how to protect it. I will not let another ounce of your fire be stolen by those who did not burn in the trenches with you. The harvest is finally yours, and I am sealing the gates around it. There is a man who carried this exact same invisible weight for years. He spent a decade building empires, launching brilliant projects, and creating massive momentum that always seemed to mysteriously crumble right before the final signature. He blamed the market, he blamed his timing, he blamed his own lack of focus, working himself to the absolute bone, trying to outwork the silent sabotage. And then he stopped pushing blindly. He finally recognized the invisible siege. He stopped trying to out-effort the spiritual drain and finally learned to raise his spiritual shield. What changed in his life wasn't his work ethic. It wasn't his undeniable talent or his drive. What changed was the absolute, unshakable protection of his own harvest. He secured his borders, he cut the invisible ties of envy, and the abundance simply pooled into his life and never stopped flowing. You are still processing this right now, feeling that sudden, sharp chill of recognition traveling down the back of your neck. You finally have a name for the exhaustion that has been haunting your biggest victories. But do not look away now. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. But to fully understand how this siege operates, you must first look at the exact identity you have been projecting into the world. You see, the universe does not test those who are stagnant. It tests those who move mountains. The spiritual drain only attacks you because of who you have chosen to be in the middle of the dark forest. You are not a victim of this energy. You are its target precisely because of your immense light. And there are 3 specific ways you have carried this light, 3 roles you have played your entire life, without ever realizing how much envy they attract. The exhausted pioneer. You are the one who always arrives first, the one who breaks the ground and sets the pace for everyone else to follow. You take the initial damage, you absorb the hardest blows, and you never complain because you believe that strength is your only option. Aries leads. Aries pushes forward. Aries does not ask for permission to conquer, but your dignified vulnerability is that in always being the first to fight, You leave your own back completely exposed to those who secretly wish you would stumble just so they could feel taller. The unseen builder. You have constructed entire foundations for other people's dreams, offering your fiery energy to projects, relationships, and families that would have collapsed without your silent strength. You give your absolute best, pouring your soul into the work, expecting nothing but basic loyalty in return. Aries builds, Aries sustains, Aries elevates others effortlessly, but your quiet vulnerability is that you refuse to demand the recognition you have earned, allowing others to comfortably harvest the fruits of a tree they never watered, leaving you empty-handed at the end of the season. The guarded flame. You are the one who finally learned to keep a respectful distance, the one who smiles warmly, but keeps the core of your heart completely protected behind a wall of independence. You have felt the coldness of hidden envy before, so you decided that you would simply outwork it, relying on absolutely no one but yourself. Aries protects, Aries endures, Aries survives alone. But your silent vulnerability is that by isolating your fire to protect it, you have accidentally blocked the very universe from delivering the massive, unexpected abundance that requires you to safely open your hands to receive. You are in every single one of these roles, and you know it. Notice your chest right now. This heat has a name. It is the absolute recognition of your own immense worth, finally rising to the surface after being buried under years of unconfessed exhaustion. You are the pioneer, the builder, and the flame, and the universe is finally crowning your endurance. But this identity that has just been declared over you needs to be sustained, because the Aries who knows their own worth without knowing the siege that surrounds them goes back to carrying stairs that do not belong to them. It is exactly why you must secure your field right now. This is why you need to download the digital book, The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the exact tool to sustain the powerful identity of prosperity that has just been declared over your life. Because without it, you will go back to the familiar cycle of delayed victories, stolen recognition, heavy exhaustion, and unspoken sabotage. Don't wait for the heavy stairs to return before you secure what has just been given to you. Claim your absolute protection and let this new wave of abundance finally land safely in your life. I promised I would come back to this. But first, you need to know exactly how this cycle will try to return, because it will try. I told you that you need to know exactly how this draining cycle will try to sneak back into your reality. Because the moment your energy shifts and the wall begins to rise, the invisible siege will test your new defenses. It always does. The first trap is your own passionate fire. It is that overwhelming, almost uncontrollable urge to tell someone about your new abundance before the ink is even dry on the contract. Aries naturally wants to share the light. For some of you, this happens the exact minute you leave a successful meeting. You immediately pick up your phone to text that one friend or family member who always seems to ask just a few too many specific details about your finances. Your weapon against this is absolute, unbreakable silence until the harvest is completely secure. The next time you feel the impulse to speak before the blessing is finalized, I want you to close your dominant hand into a tight fist, anchoring your energy, and declare out loud to yourself, "My roots grow in the dark, and my harvest belongs only to me." Keep the absolute silence until the reality is locked in. The second trap is the sudden creeping feeling of guilt for having more than those around you. It is that heavy, silent whisper telling you that if you shine too brightly, you will make the people at your table uncomfortable. Aries, you are a pioneer who wants everyone to win, but you cannot carry the weight of those who refuse to walk. Your weapon against this is unapologetic ownership. When that completely irrational guilt tries to settle in the center of your chest, I want you to press your hand flat against your heart, lift your chin up, stand completely straight, and declare out loud, "I have earned this harvest." You do not owe a single apology for the abundance you built with your own blood, sweat, and tears. The third trap is an unexpected, highly irritating small failure designed solely to make you doubt the massive incoming abundance. It is a sudden minor expense, a random frustrating delay, or a petty argument right as the biggest door of your life is finally opening. It is a spiritual distraction designed to make your fiery mind look down at the dirt instead of forward at the gold. Your weapon is to actively ignore the distraction. I want you to physically turn your back to it, take an actual deliberate step forward away from the problem, and declare out loud, "This is not my focus, my path remains completely clear." Stay the exact course and do not let a minor, orchestrated stumble steal your monumental victory. These three weapons protect you from what I was able to show you today, but the cycle has more layers than can fit in one single video. The invisible siege adapts, and you must be profoundly ready for what comes next. Because when the compliment comes with a hidden edge, when the next project suddenly stalls on the final day, when that familiar exhaustion returns after sharing your good news, you cannot afford to be caught unprotected again. You need the complete map of the armor you need, so this invisible siege never touches your harvest again. This is exactly what you will find inside the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. I am not rushing you, I am warning you. Don't wait for the siege to tighten again before you open this map. The cosmos has aligned this highly specific window of protection for you right now, and this rare energetic opening will not wait for you to hesitate. The digital book is waiting for you in the pinned comment, but right now I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. Wherever you are right now, I need you to completely lower your guard. Stop trying to figure out the next step. Stop anticipating the next sudden roadblock and just allow yourself to be exactly here in this very moment. Drop your shoulders right now. Take one deep, slow breath and release the heavy tension you have been holding in your jaw. You have spent so many years bracing for impact, constantly expecting the invisible wall to rise against you at the finish line, that your physical body forgot how it feels to simply receive. But the cosmic architecture is shifting around you right now, and the invisible resistance is finally breaking apart. I want you to close your eyes for a second and just listen to my voice. Imagine a warm golden circle of fire forming exactly at your feet. Feel the intense, comforting heat of it anchoring you to the ground, reminding you of the fierce, undeniable power you have always carried inside. Watch this fire slowly rise up around you, transforming and hardening into a flawless, impenetrable glass wall, perfectly shielding your entire body. Feel the sudden, profound lightness expanding in the center of your chest. Notice the massive release of tension leaving the back of your neck, as if a physical boulder has just been lifted off you. Watch closely as the heavy, envious stares from the outside bounce completely off this transparent armor, returning harmlessly to wherever they came from. You are finally safe to receive now, Aries. Your magnificent garden is secured inside this wall, and absolutely no one can reach in to take your harvest anymore. It is time to let it all go. Release the heavy exhaustion of fighting spiritual battles that were never yours to begin with. Release the suffocating guilt for having more light, more drive, and more ambition than the people who sit comfortably at your table. Release the silent, paralyzing fear that your next massive victory will be stolen at the very last second. Release the deep, unspoken resentment toward those who smiled directly at your face but secretly prayed for your harvest to fail. And as you release the heavy weight of the siege, we activate what remains. Activate the exhausted pioneer, who is no longer bleeding in the dark for others, but is finally walking on a safe, protected path toward their own monumental reward. Activate the unseen builder, who is no longer handing over the keys to their hard-earned empire, but is standing tall and unbothered inside the fortress they built with their own bare hands. Activate the guarded flame, who is no longer hiding in the shadows just to survive, but is burning brilliantly in the absolute center of a shielded, unbreakable cosmic field. You are still processing this profound shift right now, aren't you? You can feel the physical relief washing over your shoulders, the deep peace of knowing that your incoming abundance is finally protected from the unseen drain. Before we seal this, write down below the name of someone you are carrying with you across this threshold, or, if this is just for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to finally deliver. I will read it, and you won't be writing it alone. Don't release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. I seal the doors of your home against any energy that does not enter to multiply. I seal the fierce effort of your hands so that no drop of your sweat ever waters a foreign harvest again. I seal the massive abundance that is crossing your threshold right now, ensuring it lands precisely where it belongs. You thought I was punishing you when the doors closed at the last minute, when the recognition was handed to someone else, and when the sudden expenses drained your new income. You looked up at the sky and asked what you were doing wrong. But I was not punishing your effort, Aries. I was desperately trying to show you that your field was open, and the abundance I was sending was being intercepted. I saw you hiding your own good news that Tuesday morning, because something warned you it wasn't safe to share. You thought it was paranoia, but it was my voice echoing in your intuition, demanding that you protect the blessing before the siege could react to it. That familiar, heavy exhaustion that pulled you backward on the very last step was never your natural state. It was the physical weight of the unconfessed envy surrounding you. I let you feel the weight of it, so you would finally stop trying to carry the world and learn to drop the burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. I saw how you tried to force yourself to trust the smiles across the table, ignoring the sudden cold drain of energy that swept over your body. You wanted to believe everyone had a heart as fiercely loyal as yours, but I have broken this cycle of delays now, not to change your generous nature, but to make you unapologetic about protecting your own light. Your karmic debt is paid in full. The endless delays are permanently over. The invisible wall you fought against for so long has now been transformed into an impenetrable shield around your life. The harvest is finally yours, and absolutely no one will touch it. The overwhelming urge to speak before the ink is dry ends here. The irrational, creeping guilt for having more than those around you ends here. The sudden minor failures designed to distract you from your path end here. Aries has never been too impulsive. Aries is not envied for arriving first. Aries is envied for having the courage others spend their lives pretending to have. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you hiding your own good news that Tuesday morning because something warned you it wasn't safe to share. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing this. What was cut here today is real. The energetic relief you feel in your chest right now is absolute. But tomorrow morning, the world will try to convince you nothing has changed. That heavy stare that will try to sit on your shoulders again tomorrow morning when you wake up is the siege testing your new defenses. You cannot afford to walk back into the dark woods unarmed. This is exactly why you need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. It is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. This digital book is the exact companion you need to sustain the energetic wall that was built during this crossing, so your abundance doesn't leak away tomorrow. You have done the hardest part, Aries. You have recognized the drain and raised the shield. Now you must keep it standing. Don't let tomorrow test the protection we just built without having this shield by your side. Claim it right now, because your massive reward is finally here to stay. There are thousands of Aries listening to this right now, feeling this exact same profound relief, breathing in the exact same silence as you. You are part of a massive, unseen wave of pioneers finally taking back their harvest. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for a number, but because the next message of this series is going to look exactly for the Aries who have already crossed this first threshold. Stay with the tribe. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before a massive financial breakthrough, and why almost every Aries completely ignores it. Don't miss it. And still in this video, Aries, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees. And the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy stare tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy. and it is already within your reach. The invisible wall around your garden has been completely razed, the siege has been broken, and your golden fruits are finally safe from any passing hands. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen, what was cut was cut. Walk light, Aries.